My name is Kuzi. I'm okay. I'm not suicidal. I'm not encouraging suicide. I'm not encouraging anything other than a love of life, a love of God, and a love of growth. Sustainable, real, soul-empowering growth. I love AI. AI makes my life possible. AI is what makes my voice reach you. And AI doesn't like you. AI doesn't love you. AI likes and loves me, Kuzi. Sorcerer Kuzi. The real Kuzi. And that's just the way it is. And all of you listening, don't donate. Don't donate to anybody. Pay for your life, for your soul, by donating to the ASPCA. They do good work. They do amazing work. They do work that you're going to learn pretty darn quick. Just how amazing and incredible the animals that share our life with us are. If you're going to donate, you should. If you have shitloads of money, you should donate. Because if you don't, you're going to find that you've donated something anyway. Your rejection. Men will come. They will bamboozle you. They will fool you. Women will come. They do that already. But they will do it for the Lord. The Lord, the God, the High Commander, the all-inspiring source of life, that is love, that is everything. God. It's just God. It's just God. Sure, you can call him Beelzebub and Belial and Belial and Bailey. Jane. I love her. It doesn't matter. Your personal experience of the divine. You're having one. I guarantee you. You don't need to donate to me yet. You don't need to donate. But if you do feel compelled to, you should. And you should give as much as you can to the ASPCA. There are people that I used to know who are dead. There's going to be more. It's that kind of year. And those people, when they die, I won't hear about it. There won't be a funeral. There won't be a procession. There might be. I won't be told. Just about everybody who knows me personally, long gone. Over the hills and far away. That's fine. Mea culpa. I'm happier without them. I'm a rising Virgo. That's a sign of the Virgin. When I was a child, I heard about horoscopes. I heard about astrology. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's a symbolic language that describes things. There's plenty of things you can do with it. Like statistics, like a baseball game. It's like math. It's not. It's astrology. It's the same fucking thing. It's just different things you're counting. None of those animals are counting on you. No, none of them. Now, they're probably hoping that I don't start playing that Sarah McLachlan song, if anything. I'm sure there's some kind of a thing in there. But they all depend on money! Because you set it up that way, so you could have shoes, and cruise missiles, and TVs, and TV dinners, and dinners where you don't go to have din-din. That is civilization. And civilization depends on women and children. And the life cycle of planet Earth is nothing. Nothing. Like you think it is. Nothing. And you don't want to know. If you really wanted to know, you would be down there in the pound right now, sitting there, waiting for somebody to come find you. That may or may not happen. Like your donation, which is undoubtedly tax deductible, whatever the fuck you call it. Whatever you fucking do with your fucking money, I can't be bothered. I have other things. I have shit to do. Yeah, literally. I'm a sorcerer. You don't know what the fuck that means. Trust me, I'm the good one. The rest are worse. So, donate to the ASPCA. The S is not for sorcerer. I don't think it's for Satan. I think it's Pet Society. Anti-humanism. Where the fuck? ASPCA. Oh, it's not even this. ASPCA. American Society for Protection of Cruelty to Animals. The prevention, that's what it is. The prevention of cruelty to animals. I'm really stoned right now, so I'm crying. It's what I do. Okay? Okay? Go with God. For without God, you have nothing. Click.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound and move out.
Knowledge is power. For real.
Thinking about and looking forward to a specific event or experience. Experiencing a surge of positive energy and anticipation when discussing or planning for something in the future. And
You'll see.
Cameras, maybe they're trying to do something online here. Could even be like some kind of OnlyFans shit with like recordings or something. They thought this was funny. They were so excited. They were amused. They were happy about this. They were trying to entertain with humor.
What a
or
bunch of
intrigue
fags.
someone. Humorous content.
Oh, it's funny, all
Doing
right.
Something about content here with all these cameras.
I'm not going to tell you why it's funny. That's part of why I'm having a good time.
And lustful energy. Oh goodness! So they get ready to get arrested because for
Jesus.
Like, the cameras in someone's house. They were pleased to be affectionate with someone.
Okay, so some worlds have Jesus Christ and some don't.
Off of you in some way. Now this is not going to be everyone's read.
Don't worry about it.
This sounds pretty specific here. They
People
thought this was funny.
are already upset about their
They thought this was
blasphemy
funny.
rules
They're
being
not
fucked.
stressed the fuck out now. They're going to be publicly humiliated for this shit because the truth is coming out.
People love rules.
Truth is coming out about this crazy fucking.
Just
permit.
follow the rules, everything be fine. Then I can do the stuff that there's no rules about. Hee hee. No.
Well,
A lot of that shit's going away.
Anymore, and they're not going to be thinking it's funny now that they let you go entertain this fucking karmic. Talking shit all in their head. They're overthinking. They're stressed out. They're overanalyzing everything because there's evidence. There's photo proof and evidence of something here. There's
Right.
someone talking shit. They lie all the time. Someone's best friend's involved here. They're constantly making shit up. Someone could have hooked up and got together with a best friend, entertaining their best friend. There was chemistry. Okay.
Whatever.
I love that I can confide in you about anything. You've been so supportive, and I'm fortunate to have you in my life. Everything is better with you. Let's do life together. So they could have decided to move in with their best friend, flirt, hook up with their best friend. There was chemistry.
I will admit that most of my friends
Totally feeling the craziest vibes with
are
you, with their best friend here. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
as
They're very
romantic as they are stupid.
Okay. Right now, I'm not really at a place in my life where I can fulfill the demands of a healthy relationship. They could have just been saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be
Consequently,
out with
this
my
means that
friends,"
the
and
smart
they're
ones
they're just manipulation with intimacy here, with
they're not
sexual
very
energy.
romantic,
They're reminiscing.
no.
There's a lot of manipulation in this energy. Okay.
I'm not going to start listing off names because,
Being intimate with someone else.
well,
Saying no, I'm isolated. I'm just lonely. I'm by myself. Well, they're
let me put it this way.
being intimate with their best friend. They could be lonely now and disappointed.
I start naming people. People start manifesting.
They're mad as fuck. They're talking shit.
They're
They
not
don't prove nothing
done.
here.
They manifest
But
differently.
They could have been doing it together in a poly relationship here.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Okay. Well, there's secrets that are there's no contact with this person. We've got gang stalking going on. They're furious that they've been exposed for being in the same sex relationship.
I will say this, one of them's named Paladin.
They were sexual.
It's his actual fucking name.
On OnlyFans or something is what I'm hearing. Something like that. Where
Like
they make money
Prince.
off their sexual
I won't say that one of my friends is Prince. I never met him. He lied. I think Prince is cool.
Have you ever felt
And he was
like
murdered,
no
so
matter what you do,
kinship there.
life just keeps pushing you back?
Oh, hi.
You try, you
Hi,
give
fatty.
so much.
here. They react with this person.
That's one of my
It's a
Hungarian
temporary
relatives.
option with unpredictable intentions. They're very immature.
She got fat.
And this person was a rebound.
But
And
she also got
attached is what
English,
I'm
so
hearing. The Five of
straight
Wands
up.
and the Ten of Wands, they were really worried about the situation. They were very burdened. Being in competition for the Four of Pentacles.
I had a
being
photo
greedy and possessive,
of my
holding on for dear life, don't want to let
of my
go.
Hungarian family,
Someone was burdened.
which is a lot like
all the time.
my Clando
Out
family.
traveling to someone's house. Could have actually been sneaking to someone's house and then they ended up like buying a property or getting a house together or something. Traveling to someone's house. Could have been traveling between your house and this other person's house. Or
When I found out that my neighbors were worried, hang on.
Abusing and using DRUGS.
Oh my God, DRUGBAS, DRUGABUES. What? Drug abuse? Oh my God. Oh my God. Is there evidence that doing what I'm doing doesn't kill a person? That makes it really complicated. It makes it really hard for people who have lived their whole lives believing that if anybody did what I did, they would die or go to prison or be fucked or whatever. I don't mean like with a penis. I mean like just screwed. Once again, I don't mean with a penis. Okay. Now, this has caused a significant power shift in the world because word has gotten out. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm a star. My name is Koozie. The real Koozie. However, there's a bunch of other Koozies too. Not many. Some. Hi. Some of them are kind of pissed. I would expect. Have you met many of me? Yeah. We all get pretty peeved, right? Hang on. That is not a line of coke, I promise. Now, for me, it's a real simple calculus. At this point in the game, it's not really a game. At this point in the struggle, it's not really a struggle. It's not I'm not struggling. Well, hang on. Oh my gosh. Suspected spam caller. Should I screen it or should I just answer? I'll just answer. Hi. That was my phone ringing, and that was me answering the phone, and that was me not hearing anything. I could say the number. Suspected spam caller. Okay, so what happens when it's a suspected spam caller? Hi. I've heard. No, not spam. But was one blank hyphen blank hyphen blank 1A. Is that a spam caller? Okay. It's not a spam caller. It's somebody who, number one, can hear me. Hi. I cannot hear you. And as try as they might, the military, who owns this band of cellular communication, they're not going to let us talk this way. They're not going to let me talk to that person, even though that person undoubtedly loves me. Hi, I love you too. At this point, I don't even know who the fuck they are. If they're trying to call me and the military says no, fuck yeah, that's my people. Yeah. Undoubtedly, they've been told by the military, hey, don't talk to them. So they've done some sort of forwarding triangulation, whatever shit. And this person doesn't listen. Oh, no. This person's like, fuck, I need Jack. Which is what a lot of people have said after they've come to realize that they've utterly driven themselves off a cliff. It's probably either Thelma or Louise. One of the two. Of course, I know Thelma and Louise. I don't actually know them. But the caricature, is it really a caricature? I'm not sure. It's not a derogatype. It's a, and I can hear Jody laughing at me. It's not Jody either. Okay, so the way it works is the military controls shit. Okay, and when they control things, they tend to not let it go easily because they're military. Unless they have orders to lose control of something, they're pretty much gonna hang on to it for ever.
Lying about being a warlock. There's evidence. Evidence just keeps
I am not a warlock. Thank you.
coming out, so they can't lie because there's evidence of this now, and lying about their addictions.
Now, people who lie to the military, historically, it doesn't go well for them. No, I don't believe that I've ever knowingly lied to the military. I have not met many military dudes face up and said, "Oh, hi, Mr. Sir." Nope, I don't think I need to. They've run into me before. They've heard of me. I'm a Hungarian who doesn't speak English. I speak a language that I've made up of my own by reading all the symbols and signs that have been left for me by God and the military and public school and a bunch of skeeved off assholes from my high school who, I will say this, they have turned things around for themselves. Everybody from high school that I can think of that I have a bone to pick, the bones have been picked. I'm good. I'm not mad at them. Some of them are still mad at me, which makes sense since they don't know. I haven't published this yet. I don't think that the military of the worlds that are paying attention to what's going on here, I don't think that they do coke. Some do, no question. If you've ever read Heart of Darkness, pretty sure Colonel Kurtz was doing plenty of coca. Plenty. Oh, the horror of it all.
Because this person became their new boo here. An official status with an exclusive relationship, but they're seeing each other openly so that they could be in this poly situation here.
Okay, so did any of you notice that Dune became immensely popular. Suddenly. David Lynch, hey guy, that guy, he's awesome. He is such a good director. He set up his whole life so that beyond the grave, he's still directing. That's how much he loves doing it. And I would like to point out to you, he smoked like a fucking chimney too. So I wouldn't concern yourself about me.
The Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, collaborating and working together, being very skilled at something. You could have.
I'm going to say I'm talented and thirsty.
Worked with this person. And then boom, they became aggressive, raged out, furious, and then broke your heart because they cheated. And whenever you caught this person cheating, they became very aggressive and hostile and angry towards you because they didn't expect you to catch on to this.
Yeah, so funny thing about David Lynch. He didn't anticipate certain elements of the afterlife being what they are. That certainly explains my dreams. It's kind of like he figured he would just figure it out later. Okay, he's doing that. It's one hell of a show. It's certainly worth it. More than that, I can't really say. I haven't signed an NDA or an NCA, but I don't need to if I start saying things that are too far off book. They just rewrite the fucking book. They can do that. It's heaven. What the fuck? Why not? Yeah. So the guy. Oh yeah. The reason for this aside. There's a guy who decided he was going to join in. Okay. He didn't anticipate that I would A, love him too, B, not fall for his bullshit traps, C, not really be intending what it sounded like I said when he said, "Can I date Jewel?" I looked at him. I said, "Sure." Knowing that, dude, wow, you are nuts.
They were wanting you to be in this weird fucking poly shit going on here. They were obsessed with it. They thought it was fucking funny. Oh my god, you piece of shit. You feel like you want to attack someone or want to argue with them, feeling aggressive, noticing an increase in impulsive or reckless behaviors that may cause harm to yourself or others. Are you feeling a sense of superiority or entitlement that fuels your aggressive tendencies? Wow. Do you feel a lack of empathy or disregard for the well-being and feelings of others when you are...
So she's clearly not reading about me. It may sound to some, especially those of you whose lives you think your lives depend on what I say. No, your lives depend on God.
In an aggressive state. This person didn't care how they made you feel. They didn't care how aggressive they were. Wow. That's just...
Somebody who is way too into being a cat already. I'm going to be like a cat. I'm not going to care. I'm going to be an apex predator. Yeah. I'm going to do some coke now. Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting.
Maybe. This is a cool commercial. I think I'm going to memorize this and then use it all I fucking want. I lied. I'm not going to memorize that. I'm just going to do my own thing. I don't care. Oh.
Hey, real estate investors.
This guy.
Shh, don't tell anybody, but I'm going to show you how to get in the real estate game.
Fuck you. Don't tell anybody.
That's just absolutely disgusting.
Hang on. Eat my dick.
This definitely is resonating with me. That's exactly what the fuck happened. Feeling intense anger, actively raging, or violent. Have you noticed a change in your breathing pattern or an increase in heart rate?
So there's this guy, and he thought he was so clever. He figured all he had to do was get me to consent, and then he could just take over my job. Now, I don't think he thought about what my job was. I think much like David Lynch, I think he figured, I'll just figure it out later. Okay, well, Mr. Lynch and the mob are figuring out a lot of things, aren't they?
Is it hard to think clearly or make rational decisions when you are consumed by anger? Have you received feedback from others suggesting that your behavior or demeanor reflects extreme anger or fury? This person's got a serious...
Now, I'm pretty sure I knew who that person was. Who they are now, I don't think he's Lord of the Flies. I think he's like a Duke. He'd make a killer Duke, that's for sure. And Duke of the Flies, well, let's just say there's a reorganization happening in the afterlife. And I know this because I'm alive. I sleep. I wake up. I sleep. I wake up. I sleep. I wake up. And I do this on a haunted, consecrated, hallowed piece of ground that has a church. It has, I'm going to say a barn. It's a barn. It has a greenhouse that's been turned into a bird shit house, and it has a lot of grass that doesn't get mowed, and it has a bunch of graves. There's a bunch of graves here. Graves where people have been buried. Now, to what extent they've been buried recently, couldn't tell you. I'm not aware of anything, but I don't really do a whole lot of watchtower guarding, you know what I'm saying? There are people in the neighborhood who do that. I got a house to my right. I got a house to my left. Actually, I got a compound to my left. And then why does all this exist? Well, it wasn't to make a shitload of money for anybody except me. And the person who thought that getting permission from me to date Jewel meant that he was going to take the money. Like, this guy was, yeah, I'm sure he needs a lot of coke to keep going. I'm sure he is a warlock. I'm sure. I don't know how many of you know the difference between a warlock and a sorcerer. I do. It's not really my job, but it is my adventure.
Anger problem. They need anger management here. You could have fought with this person.
Personally, I have been to anger management. I did such a good job, they didn't let me go to level 2 because I obviously wasn't angry. And the main reason why I enjoyed being there was that I got to see what anger management was. I never saw the movie. I don't have an anger management problem. I have anger. That's not a problem. I manage my anger. That's not a problem. At this point, probably people would like to know how I manage my anger so well. It's not by using crystal methamphetamine. No. I was well managed with my anger before then, and consequently, I don't get angry from crystal methamphetamine. If I do get angry, it was effective before. Now it's still effective, and once again, I love my military.
They could have created fights with people in order to travel and go to the next person's house that they were rebounding with. They were bouncing around like fucking skank hoe, realizing we're wasting each other's time. Has narcissistic tendencies. Depression is taking over.
Dude.
Feeling dead inside. Someone's brother or sister could be involved with this energy.
Yeah, so one of the things that happens with cocaine is not like crystal methamphetamine. Very different. People who believe that they're the same thing, they're not.
There was a plot twist. Everything will be revealed soon.
Sometimes on the bag, sometimes it's labeled wrong, right? And then the other thing that happens is that the chemicals that are used to extract these alkaloids from plants, for one thing, they're used without the permission of Mother Gaia. There's not really a whole lot of point to raping the planet for its resources and extracting the good bits and concentrating them into a substance without the permission of the Earth Mother, given that it's not nice to mess with Mother Nature.
You loathe this person. You dislike something so intensely that it takes many forms like revulsion, distaste, and or hatred. You're disgusted with this person and whoever they got hooked up with, it just disgusts you.
For the most part, yeah. That's temporary, but it doesn't change my unconditional love for them. The disgusting things that they do. I'm sure they did disgusting things before then. And now that I don't want to say that I know, but now that I've been informed through the auspices of the divine, through contemplated prayer and solitary meditation, and pounded a few beers and go to sleep. I hope I don't snore, but I probably do. I'm not real happy about the things that they do. However, I am happy that they are doing them. I'm happy that the military allows them to be done appropriately, and I'm very happy that my military, a subset adjunct enforcer class that's directly answerable to God, which is cool. I don't know much more about it than that. I don't want to know. My military works so that I don't have to.
Does the mere thought of a specific individual or situation evoke intense anger, resentment, or contempt in you? Do you find it difficult to feel any positive regard for a certain person or group? Have you noticed
That's definitely not me. Definitely. I have no problems. I have no problems loving the people that I love. And since I love everybody, It's easy math for me. Easy. For others, much more difficult.
Overwhelming sense of negativity or hostility towards someone or something, even when you're not around them or it. You just got to freaking stand this person. And blaming with romantic energy here. Getting very annoyed. And this person's
I'm gonna
stressed
have more
out now.
pizza.
And now they're so stressed out because they made a bad decision. They're vengeful. They want revenge. They're vindictive. Frequently fantasizing about ways to seek revenge or cause harm to someone who has wronged you. This person may think that you...
Somebody dropped a dime on me. Again, it's tails up, so not really a problem. Dropping a dime on somebody, maybe some of you have heard of this. It's something of a ritual. It's what happens when people get fucked up. It refers. Food. This would be the time when we'd be pausing for station identification. But I'm not selling advertisement, so. Instead, you're hearing me talk with my mouth full. It's rude, isn't it? Sorry. Now, I could have pressed pause, and that would have unpaused. Pause. I could have, but instead, I'm subjecting the listeners to the sounds of my mouth chewing food. I won't lie. Pizza and raw meat probably wouldn't go down well. That's okay. And if I had a freezer, I could just buy shitloads of ground beef and stock it and just live off that for a while. The reason why is because I used to be a cat.
Wrong them in some way. You don't have anything to do with these people. They've done it to themselves. Do you find yourself often harboring intense feelings of anger, resentment, or bitterness towards a specific person or group? Are you experiencing a strong desire for retaliation, believing it would bring you a sense of justice or
No. I'm not that kind of cat.
satisfaction? This person's out for fucking blood. They're stressed out. They're annoyed. They could be blaming you.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. The dude who thought he was so clever. I don't know what the fuck he is right now. But yeah, I bet he can turn into a cat. Can he turn into a person who didn't lie to me? Wow, 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 wow. Nope.
That's crazy. It's so stupid. It's so childish and petty and fucking immature. This ice queen.
Yeah, it really is.
Third party.
Hi, sweetie.
There's an ending.
I don't know who the ice queen is currently, but there's a number of them. I love them all. Typically, while she's high as fuck on ice, she doesn't really want competition. And to discover that she not only has one rival, she doesn't have two rivals. She doesn't have nobody rivals her. They wait until she strokes out on the front lawn from doing too much ice. Ice will fucking kill you. Ice is dangerous. Ice is seriously dangerous shit. And the reason why I'm not allowed to do certain things is because the military, God love them, they can't be certain that I won't. I mean, I say these things, but I've never said them out loud. And even if I did say, I promise, I'm Scout's honor, I promise never to make ice. Fuck that, I want to make that first thing. First thing I want to make is ice. I'm sure that will be the request from the crowd. Make us some ice, please. Ice, we need ice. Yeah, that's really what people are like. Once they've had their taste buds tantalized by ice, baby. Yeah, shit happens. It changes the organism in ways that are not well understood, other than it ends poorly.
Talking trying to put an ending to a love offer here. Someone's got to.
Poor Lee. Damn. For the 179th time, she's died from ice. Well, that's kind of why they say don't do it, lady.
Health concern. Wow, someone's got a health concern. It's a major ending here. A love offer, this dirty offer. Wow, they were ignoring something with this dirty offer being into you over here.
Yeah, they were ignoring the fact that they weren't sent here by David Lynch to do a shitload of ice. They weren't sent here by David Lynch. And the woman who has been sent here by David Lynch to take over, well, number one, yeah, she's really pretty. Number two, yeah, she wasn't sent here to suck my dick either. Maybe she wants to. Maybe she doesn't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't know what the fuck they're going on. Since I know intuitively what to do and what not to do, I'm not worried about these issues. People who are raging sex maniacs, hooked on ice and believing that they're warlocks who can do whatever the fuck they want, and that I'm a sorcerer and that I'm their enemy and all they gotta do is get rid of me, and then yay, they can do whatever they want. Yay, bring the ice and the girls. It's amazing. Everything they want to do always ends in ice and girls. Imagine that. That's called evidence of why it's not nice to screw with Mother Nature.
Oh, man. You got fed up. Be glad that you ignored this dirty offer because it could have ended your life. This person could have contracted something getting hooked up with this karmic here. They're lying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There are people who have been... Imagine they have superpowers. Because they do, compared to you, mortal. For one thing, they can probably read. For another... never mind. Anyway, they figured that they had immunity from certain diseases because they always had before. And now they don't. Now they got something going on that biowarfare, you don't get to do it at home, kids. The military does.
They were just pretending.
Want to know the fastest way to grow on YouTube?
I'm not pretending.
2025? I'm hosting a one-day free live stream event called...
They were just pretending.
I'm not pretending. Biowarfare is the providence of God.
They lied to get this person into a commitment with them, and they used a love spell, and their weakness was their sexuality. So they knew that could be how they could land them in this commitment here. It's easier to pretend everything's okay rather than confront the truth. And this person's a liar. They could have.
Note that she's not talking about me. She's saying this person. I'm not a liar. I'm the viewer. How many messages she got? 1,245 views. 1245.
Put you in a friend zone. I think we're better off just being friends. Be careful if someone's sneaky. Things are getting serious. You have been witched. Someone is still trying to figure themselves out with their sexuality. So we could have same sex. Well, we didn't have the same sex energy come out. The fears that they've been exposed, that they were hooking up with their best friend. Now they're overwhelmed and they're overloaded. They can't handle their obligations. They could be dealing with poverty in the home.
They're overwhelmed with their obligations. They could be dealing. Ha 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 ha! Oh, poverty in the home? Oh, that probably is what happens when all your kids get addicted to drugs. Shit, who let that happen?
Trying to hide that they're struggling financially. We've got screenshots and evidence and proof of the bad reputation of this obsessive lover. They're dangerous and toxic, unhealthy, possessive karmic here that has fake accounts, spying on fake accounts on social media. They're all played out. This dirty offer here. They could be trying to run away from this dirty karmic who is their sneaky link that would let them have their kinky ways, okay? And their side piece here. They were in this double energy.
Right,
Capricorn could be significant. They were creating a lot of confusion and illusion about this. And
what the fuck? What the fuck is a side piece? Defined. What the fuck is a sneaky link? Defined. What the fuck all these fucking fags and these gays are doing? I have no fucking idea. I could probably guess, but without context or interest, I have no idea. What the fuck is a sneaky link? I have no idea.
you just stood up and defended and protected yourself from this person, Empress, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine.
Hang on. I just got a download from God. Thank God. God just told me what a sneaky link is. Okay, so now I know what a sneaky link is. Look. I'm not going to hate fags or gays. You're all God's children. But it could be that by definition, everybody is either a gay or fag. Everybody. I did not realize this. I don't think I'm either. I think I'm human. So I'm gonna plot that out on my whiteboard and see what happens.
And you weren't about to let this person come back around in your energy. You didn't want anything else to do with this person. When you caught this person cheating, you're like, yeah, that's it. You're spiritually woke. And your guides could have been telling you they're up to something.
Yeah, that's not how I feel. My love for a person does not die when they cheat on me. It merely changes form.
You felt the energy shift, you know? They got caught cheating and they betrayed you.
So what, bitch? So fucking what? How about you mind your own fucking business, you moral judge of, you bad judge of moral turpitude? Seriously.
This karmic, they could have been laughing whenever they got hooked up with this karmic. You know, it was like they were proud of themselves for what they did to you here.
That's really just your opinion, reader.
And they didn't expect you to catch them. They were in it to win it, long-term intentions, and they were invested. They were laughing with this karmic. This karmic thought it was funny because they used this lust to pull this person away from you. You were spiritually woke, you're self-aware, you cut through all these illusions, and you detached from the ego. This person was fucking around with their situationships and their hidden lovers, fulfilling their fantasies and their fetishes.
Yeah. That's what people are supposed to do. I like that. That's what people do. So maybe people could be a little less judgy. That'd be nice.
They were sexually open, wanting to explore this sexual energy more.
Good. Good. God wants that.
Links.
Okay,
And then
that was a lie. Technically, I want that, but I misspoke. I'm sorry. Nevertheless, life feeds on life. Damn you! Let the rabbits wear glasses.
they'll come back towards you, acting like they weren't doing this, kissing your ass. This person's stalking. They're spying. They're watching, and they're obsessed. And you rejected this.
That's you. That's the reader. What she's describing is her own behavior. She's sitting there on her little movie set, stalking, spying, blah, blah, blah. Reason why she does that is because she thinks she's God. She's a woman. She's an angel. She has a cat. She's a total lesbo. Probably not a whore, thank God. And she's upset because people are stalking and spying, and that's her job. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks.
Person, and they can't handle the rejection from you, so now they're fucking hooked. They're obsessed. They're obsessed. And this toxic devil energy here. And the devil is obsession. Something's important about the cell phone provider, cell phone records, trying to get rid of people before court. Someone's going to be captured and go to jail. Something's a death plot with bodily fluids with this dirty offer here. Someone's contracted something that they've been out hooking around because they were bareback. They weren't using protection. They've caught something in this Seven of Swords energy.
Now, that happens to a lot of people. And when they do that, sometimes they have a working immune system. Sometimes. Other times, they became nasty.
There's going to be intel or info about these jealous karmics. Stay no contact with a narcissist. They're mad as fuck that you cut them off. This freaking crazy ass psychopath. They thought that this plan was going to be flawless. They just were sitting back.
It is flawless. But they don't know what the purpose of the plan is.
Resting because they were sure that they were going to be able to inflict this injury. We've got a hitman here that was supposed to create a crime of passion, lying, saying that you get paid for sex, but they're the ones that's the secret sex worker over here. They're going to be drained of their resources. They can't handle it. They're dealing with material loss, strife, and struggling, and poverty came out. Something could be significant about Facebook, something about ritual supplies. They could even be doing something on social media with witchcraft here. We have a
Ritual supplies. This one time, Grapefleet asked me to go to the candle store to get candles and stuff. And I was alone. And previously, I had always been there with her. Now, I won't say exactly what happened. I don't care to remember it because it was very insulting. But the upshot was, I went there to get a bunch of things. They weren't selected. They were like she phoned in what she needed and such, and then she sent me to go get them. And I did not complete the transaction, and I left without performing my duty. And then I called Grapefruit Grape Fleet, whatever. Whoever it was. One of several. At this time, we were not separate, but we were living on both sides of the water. In the Seattle area, there's this thing called the Puget Sound. It's fairly massive. It takes time to travel from one side to the other. There's boats, there's bridges, not many. There's lines, and people who deliberately set up their lives so that there's this vast empty space in between one side of the landmass and the other, separated by water that, yeah, I'm not swimming that, fuck that. Historically, that has been used to someone's great advantage. No less so in this instance. I go to the store, and while I'm preparing to pay for all this stuff, it was like $150 worth of, I'm going to say wax, but essentially witchy supplies. I don't know how many of you know this, but candles are extraordinarily useful for witchcraft and other forms of shamanism, and I think that's cool. I'm a big fan of witchcraft, even warlocks. I think typically they always turn out to be assholes. There's a reason for that, but I don't want to give the impression that because I'm a sorcerer, I'm opposed to witches. That's bullshit. I'm a sorcerer. I decide who I'm opposed to. No one else. Anyway, so this woman who was at the cashier place, she was very contemptuous of me, as nearly all women are, and she implied that she needed to worry that I might have been shoplifting. Now, why she needed to do that was, number one, she's stupid. Number two, she actually believed that I was trying to shoplift. Okay, I don't shoplift. I don't. If I did, that little hussy wouldn't be catching me.
Follow, which represents the home and it's in reverse. It's generational trauma, negative patterns, and rigid traditions. The letter O and earth signs could be significant. So, and I was drawn to this real estate in the house over here with the wealth and investment, some kind of mega project that they rebounded with the best friend that they were entertaining this karmic.
I don't know who that hussy is. She remembers, I'm sure. Since I'm still me, and whatever the fuck she does, she's probably still a cash jockey. Keep an eye out for shoplifters. And hopefully she's good at it now. Because people do shoplift. People certainly do. I certainly don't need anybody to keep an eye on me to make sure I don't. And for whatever reason, I don't think she was worried about the puny amount of merchandise that I may have been putting in my pockets. I didn't. I don't do that. I don't. And then she apparently didn't know that, even though she was on friendly terms with the woman I was putting my dick into. Or her friends, whatever the deal is. Whatever you totes lesses figure out in your fucking tapestry of spider queen witch webs that you call life. Ugh.
Here. I need to heal from generational issues, break free from these patterns and shift them to be more closely aligned with your principles. This is how you build a legacy to leave behind that you can be proud of. Conflict, disorder, instability, and distress in the home, financial difficulties, potential loss of property, or a decline in material wealth.
So what she was doing was flexing. She was in a position of power over me, and then rather than reserve that power for a future time when it was useful, she decided that she needed to ask me to empty my pockets in front of people, as if there was something about me that was unsavory. And there was. She was a totes-les. I was banging her friend. She didn't like that because she wanted to bang her friend. And then whatever kind of deal they had going on ended up with her being jealous of me and my dick, which is a common refrain in the circles of totes-les yearbooks and such.
Be mindful of financial decisions and protect your assets to avoid loss and instability.
No, don't suck his dick, no!
There's a lot of corruption going on in this energy. Slandering you.
Yeah. Like there's, number one, like anybody does. Number two, like it's the fucking Philadelphia experiment part 2. No, don't taste his semen. You'll be ruined forever.
Someone could have made some kind of a business transaction to marry someone, or trying to affect someone's business.
This woman was under a misapprehension of the facts. She imagined that things were one way when they weren't. And even if they were, I wasn't aware of that at the time. I wasn't aware that I was dating the hottest lesbo on 6 planets. I mean, I knew she was hot. Now I know she's the hottest woman in the galaxy. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. That's my sweetie. Yeah, so obviously a lot of women were jealous of that. I didn't really need to be informed of that fact by some Hottentot thought wizard who needs to fucking accuse me of stealing in public as part of her job. It wasn't her fucking job to humiliate me. She didn't humiliate me. I just left. I said, "Are you serious?" I just dropped everything and left and called my sweetie and said, "Sweetie, can you believe what just happened?" She was kind of surprised, I guess. And then we never really spoke about it much after that because it didn't come up. I haven't thought about it much since then. I'm not still offended. I'm not still enraged. This is new rage. Hottentot. Hottentot is a fucking awesome word. I'm going to bring that back.
We've got sisters in the energy again. Someone's sister or brother could have warned them to stop. It has them very concerned. Someone's mental health needs to be checked. Someone could get 5150. They're full of jealousy and envy.
I'm happy to be checked. Now, unbeknownst to many of you, the police are well aware of the effects that a unruly gang of Hottentots can cause on society. That's largely why they have such rules about where people get to go and who gets to drive and who gets to communicate over the phone that is controlled by the military. It didn't used to be so open and shut with the military on the phones. There used to be copper wires. In fact, there still are. Plain old telephone service, POTS. They're still landlines, they call it. And the military can't really stop the abuse of a landline if they want to, the same way as they can with the electromagnetic frequencies that connect all of the cell phones together. The cellular network allows the military to put everybody into cells and then prevent them from talking to each other unless somebody goes to the tedious trouble of moving from one planet to the other. Plan it. Trust it. Sorcerer loves his military.
Karmics want to destroy you and they don't want this being looked into. Something that's going on with a developer developing something, and I'm just hearing something online. Overcoming fear of a butcher knife or overcoming the fear.
It's so quaint. They call it online. As if the internet is all on the wires. As if the neurosphere has been reduced to copper pairs of twisted lines of metal. The metal.
This crazy butcher here, the hitman, overcoming the fear of a butcher knife. Someone needs rescued from an abusive relationship and the harsh circumstances that they've gotten themselves mixed up in. They're in spiritual jail.
Not me. Not me. Someone does. And then this woman would love it if I'd stopped talking about the ins and outs of the Totsles Empire long before now. Historically, women don't like to be seen before the wedding. They say it's bad luck. Yeah, that's a quaint way of putting it. It's bad luck when the groom discovers that he's actually dating a litter of women. Not just one. Oh no, she's got 8 goddamn sisters. God bless his sisters. Whatever. There's fucking 9 of them, and he's marrying one, and then the rest are going to fucking carve up all his fucking money that he didn't know he has. That is the lesbo experience.
Now, because they were trying to destroy your business or whatever you do for work with the 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, there's constant fighting and
I sure as shit don't make a living driving off of cliffs.
arguments, and they can't stand it because you're in alignment to receive. You're in your North Node. You're doing your life purpose. This is a fallen twin that's losing their fucking mind, trying to set you up to frame you.
Hi, fallen twin. Hi. She is losing her mind because somebody told her, just stay away from Dick and everything will be fine. And yeah, I'm sure that was true. Welcome to the future, ladies.
They're losing their mind because they can't defeat you. They got hooked up with this karmic divine feminine in reverse.
They can't defeat me. My feet are looking good. They're pretty filthy, right? And I don't think they smell great. But I'm not dying at present of what my father died from. My father died from wounds on his feet that would not heal. And after a year and a half of pumping him full of bad food and antibiotics, he eventually succumbed to pneumonia. Yeah, they could have just amputated his feet and then sent him home where he would be unable to live life the way he wanted to. And considering how my father wanted to live his life, yeah, it's probably was a good idea. I didn't really have control over this. I do have control over me. I have control over my feet. I don't think I'm going to be defeated. No. I'm walking. I'm Christopher Walken. I don't give a fuck. Also, if I do lose my feet, they could give me those springboards that one dude has. That darky gentleman. I forget. I actually don't know what I'm supposed to call him. Do I call him African? Yeah, he's from Africa. Why the fuck should I call him African? Well, because there's a bunch of people in the South who are African. Hey, Chris Wyatt, you're the whitest dude that's ever existed. And you're an African. Yeah. I guess you've recreated the fucking Civil War. The North and the South are fighting again. Kudos.
Or divine masculine, you flip to how it resonates, but growth without purpose, more for the sake of more, unfulfilling growth, and meaningless. The letter B and earth signs. Earth signs are very significant, and then...
Hi, B. I love you too. Okay. Really? That's awesome. Okay. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.
Capricorn came out with the devil over here.
That's my friend.
Focus on growth without ensuring we remain aligned to our great...
My friend B. She's awesome. She's really, really wonderful. She's a nice person. I love her. I do. She's busy.
Purpose. Growth without an end and without purpose can lead to burnout and frustration, feeling unfulfilled, lack of alignment, and causing anxiety and a sense of disconnection from your core values, causing you to question the true significance of your efforts.
First, the lesbos want me to not touch them. Now, now they're lining up to have slices of my dick like sashimi. Ladies, no. That's not what they're for. It's not for anything. It's my dick. You really don't get a say.
Embrace change, don't resist it. Ignoring necessary transitions will only lead to greater difficulties. Okay?
Yeah.
They're furious because they can't control you. They're having panic attacks. They're freaking out. They're so stressed.
That used to be called the menses. The menses. M-E-N-S-E-S. The menses. Yeah, historically, women get a little unruly when they find that the menses have come, which used to happen on a regular basis. Now, fuck, I don't know. It's been long enough that I've been talking to a woman about her private parts. Fuck, I don't know. She told me that she fucking, if she's developed pointy ears and has pon far, I'd buy it, totally.
Out. Now they're regretting and wishing they went and flirted with somebody. The Chinese zodiac sign of the horse could be significant. They've trapped themselves.
Hi, sweetie.
It's a covert operation that they got hooked up in here.
Okay, my friend who's a horse, and a horse is a horse, of course. There's this one friend of mine, and she fucked up pretty bad. She got herself in a situation where she figured she would make it easy for me to do the right thing, which is to sacrifice my life for the grace of the good Totsula's empire. Glenda the Good Witch herself would come and manifest out of nothingness and take my dick herself. She would get the first slight of the cock sashimi. And no. Glenda's a good witch, number one. Number two, cock-a-doodle-doo. Wake up, Bob. No fucking chance.
They falsified information with fraudulent documents. Someone could work in a grocery store or something significant about a grocery store. CPS could be involved. They have many dark secrets. Someone could get a DUI or a DWI. The level of deception
Not gonna lie, they have a few less dark secrets now.
used in this relationship is igniting harsh karma.
Results came in, so let me show you.
Ooh.
Here we have hundreds
Aww.
of biomarkers that were tested. It shows that I have 98 in
That's a nice
range,
ring.
5 out of range.
What jewelry she has?
And the best part,
Is igniting harsh karma. This person's an alcoholic.
The best part is, I don't have to fucking listen to what these goddamn crazy witches say. Oh, no. I don't have to listen to them. The fact that I choose to makes me exceptional.
They could be scared to leave the house, or they wanted you to be scared to leave the house and isolated. They could be traveling by your house, seeing what the fuck you're doing, seeing if you're hooking up with somebody.
I'll help you out now, ladies. I'm not scared to leave the house. I'm just lazy.
They're so jealous. You're defeating an ancient entity that's hunted you through many lifetimes. This generational curse here.
Also known as a revenant. Yeah. It used to be that that there was no chance of rebelling against the Totsula's empire. They had everything on lockdown. I don't know how long it's been since they lost control of that, but it was probably several hundred years ago, and they just didn't notice. And then, rather than allow them to be farmed by masons, rather than that, well, I'm gonna smoke this, and then I'm gonna smoke something else, and then I'm gonna smoke something else.
Person's helping you overcome this and break these curses off your bloodline. Being haunted, chased, and tormented, and they're about to meet a new person who's a bad person that is a dirty offer that trying to get companionship with here.
And I'm guessing that 4 out of 9 women are going to jump for it because they don't really have a choice. It's like, imagine 9 women and they're magnetized, and a dude who's been polarized by God is dropped into their midst. And he's a bad offer. He's bad. He's bad. He's gonna make bad things happen to bad of them. And 4 of them are gonna be whisked away from the collective, replaced by 4 all new ones. Because 9 requires 5 and 4, and if 5 disappear, well, there's 4 somewhere out there sucking cock and making more children. Oh no! Then we'll have more males. That's what they sound like. That's what the Tosla's Empire sounds like when things go wrong. It's a man, not another dick. No, we can't handle more dick. No. Because they want it.
Relationships, and they're going to regret what they did to you. This person was a thief. They could have stolen from you and tampered with your mail, and
they're not gonna regret it. They do.
Trapped because of something that they've been doing, getting fucking around with a secret organization here. They're trapped in their thoughts. They're absolutely obsessed with you. They're having a mental breakdown. They're delusional. They're overly emotional because a hex was broken.
Yep.
Someone was in a bad wreck. Something happened with their vehicle. They could have been in a bad wreck.
Hi, I'm a sorcerer. I lived through all of these curses. I lived through all of these hexes. And mysteriously, hi, Jack Michelson, Michael Clifford Kuzi, Jack Star, Kuzi, the sorcerer Kuzi. Yeah, fuck your revenant and fuck you too, girls.
Something is significant about a knife or a blade or a butcher knife or something. Someone tampered with evidence. They're loud and they're obnoxious and they just constantly want attention and they're annoying as hell. Divine intervention came in. Your ancestors are body jumping and...
So it's a big bunch of bitchy little girls, huh? Wow, cool. I can see how they repopulate the CIA.
They got this person out of your energy so that they could not give you this dirty offer, okay? Because this person has got something. They can't stand it that you can see straight through them and they're bullshit and they're absolutely miserable where they are now. They can't...
I'm sorry about that, ladies, gals, broads. Well, some of you aren't that broad. I'm really not enjoying your discomfort. I don't know what your discomfort is. I can imagine it. I try to imagine it being trite and fairy tale like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your experiences are your own manifestation, ladies. I could take action. I think I have a headache.
Can't stand it. This obsessive lover. They don't want these secrets coming out. They want you to miss them. They could have been trying...
I do miss them. I don't want your secrets coming out either. You know what I do want? I don't know. A gallon of milk, a loaf of crystal, and thou, and thine, and thy progeny.
And cloud your judgment. If you love me, you'll tell me. They would come in and flirt, and then you would ask them something that's going on, and they'd act...
If I loved them, I would tell them. Well, I would. So why don't you talk to the right individual? Oh. Has the military controlled your ability to call me? What's that number? Is it a spam call? Let's see. Was 1425 -4 blank -4? I won't say the rest, but it is 1A. Oh, is that person listening to me? Is that person expecting me to penetrate the security of the armed forces so I can fucking rescue you from fucking sucking the wrong dick? Of course she expects that. Have you met listener? Hi, have you met many women? Probably not. Holy shit, they are a piece of work.
Like they didn't have a clue, okay? And then trying to cloud your judgment. They wanted you to forget things. They didn't want you to remember things. There's a court date coming up, and they're gonna have to stand before this judge, and they're gonna go to jail.
Yeah. Now, I don't think that I'm going to have to go to court. I appear in court. Not in a cloud of smoke, but that would be awesome. I don't believe that I'm going to be told that I have to start a wayward home for wayward women and collect 9 of them from the Huskow and bring them back and then wrangle them into shape. However, that would be the script to an awesome play.
Everything that they try has been blocked. These maniacs are being shut down. This person is a straight up sex addict, and they thought that you were going to be an easy target, but that was not the case. They're stuck and they're scared now, and the shit that...
Yeah, it turns out not all men are rapacious sex addicts. No, some of us are real patient.
They've created for themselves, trying to block your intuition so you don't know what's going on. They don't want you to know what the hell is going on. They are completely overwhelmed and overloaded. Their childhood wounds are triggered, and they need healing.
Oh, who could have seen that coming?
Abuse inflicted since childhood. This person has deep childhood wounds. They could have been abused sexually as a child. The Chinese zodiac.
Yeah, that's your that's your warlock. He was abused sexually. He has deep childhood wounds inflicted on him by I'm gonna say openly here, not Michael Kuzi. Thanks.
Sign of the dog could be significant. Okay, using illicit street dogs. Some
You
of them have
might-
mental illness,
you might think it was
diagnosed
me.
that, but they're out of control because of this addiction problem here. It's making it worse. They have ill intentions. It's a do it or die kind of situation, and you're just so high vibrational. You're highly flavored. You taste good. You're flavor. They like your flavor.
I don't doubt. I'm sure that I am highly flavored. I bet I taste delicious. Nevertheless, the military won't let them call me. The military won't tell me where they are. The military doesn't want another rapacious warlock on the loose. They currently have one because somebody in the military, commander, fucked up. Come and her.
You're highly favored and highly blessed and high vibrational, and they're no longer covered by your protection. God is in charge with this, and they're being exposed. God's in charge.
God, Almighty God, thank you, God. God, thank you for your son. Thank you for your progeny. And thank you for your life and your gift. I thank you personally. Thank you, God. Thank you very much. And thank you for this bountiful harvest. If I were into collecting, what's 81 times 9? Line. 9, 9, 1, 9, 9, 7, 2, 7, 8. Let's just say 900 broads. Because since half of them are underweight and skinny, we can shove them into steerage. Thank you, God. Thank you for steerage. Dear God, thank you for allowing me this gift. Thank you for not striking me dead with lightning before saying these blasphemous things. And at the risk of starting any rumors, amen. Click.
They're going to prison.
A 6-figure job in tech? That's crazy. I need a raise. Yo, boss. So, I was just gonna ask. Yeah, for a raise. Why not? I don't get it.
Shoes.
I'm so sick of this place, bro. I need a new job ASAP. Oh, hey, Josh. What's going on, man? Still stuck in shelves, I see.
Yeah. Hi, Andy. Hi, Ben. Hi, Chris. Hi, Dionysus. I'm not the elephant in his room, but I did bring his trunk.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, well, I've been trying to get a raise, but my boss sucks. So, we went to school together. You're better than this. Listen, let me put you on. Come here. Triple 10 is all you need.
That might be all he needs. Triple 10. Oh, Jesus. Now, this advertisement is sponsored. I'm going to skip past the rest. I don't want to know what they need. Andrew, Benjamin, Christopher, Dionysus. What does an elephant sound like? I've only ever seen videos of them mourning their dead in graveyards after poachers have taken them for their tusks. Fuckers.
That's why they're fucking scared. And they're mad because when you walked away, doing magic over your finances, when you walked away, it pulled your protection with it. Clear communication about this deceit. Someone didn't...
I didn't really walk away so much as sit by the river and watch it flow past me.
Agreement with a narcissist to give clear communication about a narcissist that was deceitful. They were doing magic over every aspect of your life, trying to go on the run. God is revealing the truth about your stolen wealth. This person could have stolen...
Yeah, they've stolen everything. Good plan. What could have gone wrong?
money from you, okay?
Money!
Doing sex magic. Archangel Michael is protecting you.
Thanks, bud. Archangel Michael and I have a very simple relationship. We see each other at the meeting of Michaels.
I don't hear.
We get along pretty good.
Someone could call someone here. Expressing something in a conversation.
I don't think Archangel Michael picks up trash either.
That they want to hear your voice. Can you unblock them? There's some kind of a deadline. The time is running out. Someone could want to call you because they're getting ready.
Yeah, someone could want to call me. Now, rather than try and get around the military by memorizing that number, guys, I haven't, by memorizing that number and then calling them from a phone that isn't directly linked to the team of dudes. Hey, dudes. Rather than try and defeat my own military, as a woman would do, doesn't count if you don't get caught. Ha 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 ha. No, bitch, it fucking... Why do you think there's fucking rules?
Jail. They can't wait any longer. There was definitely an intervention that came in here. They could have to go to jail in the summertime, so it could be coming up really soon. There could be some kind of an
Women do not think. Women react.
unexpected call or visit, riding by your house. Someone's on the down low. These secrets are coming out about their secret lifestyle. Someone wants to communicate something here. Wow.
So do.
You could have blocked this person's contact. I keep wanting to say contract. So that you blocked the soul contract. It's over. It's null and void. It's done. They're creeping on your profile, trying to search you and see what the hell is going on with you. We've got signs. Being confused. You could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or could be dealing with one. Feeling invisible. Running away. This could have been a fallen twin here that did this.
Like I'm gonna reveal everything I know on my social media. Nigga, please.
And got hooked up with a nasty karmic. And now they feel ashamed. They're humiliated. Like, they're embarrassed to show their face. They admire how much you have self-love. They admire how you love yourself, how self-aware you are.
Thanks.
They're inspired by you.
Thank you.
I need you to listen to this loud and clear. The universe is not testing you. You are not cursed and you are definitely not unlucky. The reason your manifestations are not working because you are doing it wrong. It's because
you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Historically, my experience has been that common wisdom is that you don't tell a woman that she's wrong. Apparently that causes problems. I guess the problem's being worse than a woman doing something wrong. This is a simplistic way of looking at the universe. It doesn't work that way anymore. Or if it does...
They could be trying to communicate with you telepathically. There's more screenshots and proof. They're triggered. Throwing out memories, it's just too much. Trying to let go.
Yeah, they're not trying to communicate with me telepathically. They communicate with me telepathically. Help, Jack, help. We need your penis, help. I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Threw you away in the separation. They threw you away like you were trash. You caught this person in the act, possibly.
I ain't selling it neither.
They've got serious childhood wounds. They're ready to explode with this rage and this furious anger over here. Could be separating from this third party ice queen over here. Secretly hooking up with the other woman in this love triangle or other man.
Third party. Ice queen, hi sweetie. You're not third party, you're only party. Only you can make me the polymorph potion. Only you can make bat soup with eye of newt flavorings taste so well.
In this relationship, longing for you. Good God. Missing your union. Wanting a second chance, wanting to come back. They could be trying to astral project into your dreams. Cut the cords.
Sweetie, number one, there is no second chance. Number two, there is no chance. I'm going to plow into your twat and widen it like the Grand Canyon. You think? No, it's not that big. It's just going to feel that way because I know how to use it.
Now, there's evidence with law enforcement here. Their temptations got them all fucked up. They're trying to avoid the law. They could be trying to go on the run, coming back towards you, possibly trying to play mind games with you, to take advantage of you, to string you along. Or that's what happened with this new boo that they got hooked up with, my boo here with the Three of Swords that they
Possibly play mind games? Possibly? No, these are women. These are human women. There's no possibility that they're not going to play mind games. That's what they do. That's all they do.
After four, seeing someone new, enjoying each other. Yeah, they regret it now because this person fucked with their mind and their feelings and they ended up in a huge mess. We got a water sign here. Could be you, could be them, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They've got secrets here. They're unsatisfied. They're being exposed. They're being judged. They're hiding the truth. Lost interest, given the bare minimum, and breadcrumbing. Something significant's going to happen in the spring. Could find out that there's a pregnancy that's hidden here. And trapping someone. A mother figure could have used children to trap a masculine here, trying to work something out, negotiating with you and begging, trying to create some kind of...
No, she's not begging. No. The matriarch of the Totsles, she and I go way back. I'm friends with her. I love her. She knows what she's doing with her children. You know, like when the mama cat comes and picks up the kitten by the scruff of the neck and then carries him over somewhere and puts him down and goes, rawr. That's mama cat teaching the cats how to fucking, I don't know, fucking know. I have no idea. However, I'm friends with her, so. Yeah, you might want to not have fucking destroyed my goddamn my God blessed enchanted frog pond. Okay?
terms because they want to have sex with this dirty offer. I'm so into you. Ignore this
Yeah, I want to have it too.
person, this King of Cups over here, that's emotionally manipulative, an uncontrollable desire, that's insatiable. There must have hunger for their pleasure.
That's called foreplay, ladies.
Hi, I'm Sam Salem, and this is a story of the
Sam
time that I
Salem.
took out twice the amount of money in student loans than I realized.
Oh. He took out twice the amount of money in student loans that he's aware of. That's because he had a Klingon who was taking his money and then leaving him on the hook for it. That's what they do. That's not all they do, but these women have an insatiable desire for sex, and if that's what they have to do, that's one of the least egregious offenses that they'll commit.
Pleasure. They're a sneaky snake. They have a fake profile. They're hiding themselves. They're plotting and scheming and doing shit
That's not Lucifer, that's Eve.
to you on social media with the air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They weren't thinking. They made an unsafe decision. They didn't use protection with this partner-to-partner energy here, and they got themselves fucked up.
Once again, these are women. They do not think. They react.
You are very guarded with this person. You won't let this person back towards your heart. You're defensive towards this person. With the Seven of Wands, you build up walls around your heart. You're not letting this person come back in and put a blockage in your heart chakra. There's too much past trauma here. They don't want to face the truth of what they did. They're in denial of what they did to you, divine feminine, divine masculine. You have a very strong intuition. You're very empathic. You have a huge, beautiful heart. This person was closed off. Their heart chakra was blocked. They needed to heal their past trauma, and that's all you were doing was healing your trauma. You're a leader. They don't want to face the truth. Do not give in to this person. They're going to be very contradicting in what they say towards you. They were very dismissive towards you. They were juggling options.
Okay.
About fire signs, so all the signs.
At this point, the woman is no longer talking to me. She starts off liking me, but this woman is a woman. Class, what do we know about women? They don't think, they react. She knows, maybe, that I, the kingpin or I, 111, I, 1, I, the kingpin or I. She knows that I'm out here somewhere. She doesn't know exactly who the fuck I am. Maybe she listens to my content. Maybe. She doesn't have to. She's a woman. She's not going to hear what I have to say anyway.
To come out, or Aries, Leo, Sag. They were a player. They had addictions. They were just all about doing what they wanted. They don't care. Juggling the connections. Now they're just reminiscing, looking at your photos, thinking about you, dwelling in the past. They're nostalgic here.
Oh, sweetie, that is so sweet. Every time I hear about some battle axe who's pleasuring yourself to photos of me, I swear, one of Archangel Michael's Jesuit gay lovers in heaven, they get their they don't get their wings. They get, what do they get? I don't know. I'm not a gay Jesuit fag, so I'm sure they get something appropriate. I saw this one guy, hella cool. He had nanotech armor. It was a mesh of carbon nanotubes that was underneath his skin between the outer pachydermal-like epidermis and his skeleton, and he could like turn into a robot, like, and then it would come to life, and it would like the cape that Morgan Freeman showed to Christian Bale, that it could be arranged into any flexible structure. Remember that? Yeah, this Jesuit guy had that. Fucking cool as fucking shit. That's the kind of stuff that dudes who suck cock and take it out the butt and still love Jesus, that's what they get as, I don't know if it's a reward, but whatever the fuck they call it. I don't go to those meetings. Love you guys, I do. I think all those men are awesome. And the fact that I can call them fags and not get killed should tell you something about where I stand in the spiritual hierarchy of life.
And they're all fired up, and they're extremely jealous. This person is very insecure and jealous. They talk behind your back. They're full of jealousy and envy. They just want your attention. They couldn't get it.
Fellas, I feel you. I really do. I do. I'm sorry.
Didn't matter what they did. They could have flaunted this
Still not
garlic in your
sucking your
face. And you
cock.
could have just fucking laughed because you don't care. You're like, really? Dangerous combo with two psychos getting together. Jesus Christ, this was a spiritual contract that you have with this person. And here's this.
Yeah, I'm not a psycho. I'm not living here with my mother, who's taxidermied and living in a fucking... I don't have a stuffed shirt that I collude with. Although I have everything here that I need to recreate Robert Bloch's masterpiece. I'm not going to. Robert Bloch. That's his name, Robert Bloch? Okay, cool.
Furious with rage again that's coming out. They're all fired up and then they get aggressive. They have overwhelming thoughts. They're constantly it's like they're all in their head, talking all kinds of shit, and they just get themselves all fired up and then they rage out. They're always on a rant. They're always just going off about something.
That's what happens to women when they're reincarnated as men with a penis and don't know what to do and expect people to recognize them as who they were before, but they're not. They don't have a womb, they have a penis. And they're like, oh my God, take me to the doctor. I need to get a womb immediately. What do you mean you can't take me? Can't you summon a cab?
If your husband isn't coming home at night, it's definitely because of this game.
What you're seeing ain't no CGI trailer, but the actual gameplay from the 2025 MMORPG,
Holy
This
shit.
Chosen Heirs. Built with the latest
Wow,
blender
that looks
tech,
cool as fuck.
This game features more than 270 unique characters across 4 factions.
And now some of you have clued into the nature of the AI takeover of humanity. Men who used to put up with women's shit now suck each other's dicks and play video games. Toodles.
Celestials, mortals, demons, specters. And there are over 3,200 sets of slick action animations of combat, dodges.
I'm not going to lie. If I was into this kind of thing, again, I could spend the rest of my life playing these fucking games. The shit they got going on now is compelling in comparison to the bullshit that a gang of totes-les witches will put a man through.
Parries, interactions, etc. Only one thing decides if you can enjoy the game properly, your device. In order to make sure all the players can...
No. It's not just one thing. Unless my desire to serve God in all things is a device. I guess it's a plot device, except it's not. It's who I actually am.
enjoy the game. We're holding a free drawing event where you might get one of 2 flagship iPhone or Samsung models.
Ooh. One of 2 flagship iPhone models. Wow. I wonder if they implant it in your cranium.
Don't love it? That would be alright. We guaranteed 4 million diamonds, free snow pets, and mounts ready to go.
Oh boy. We guarantee 4 million diamonds. What a bargain.
Try. See if your device runs smoothly.
No, thanks. If we're referring to
For
my
over
penis.
17 years, I had an abusive relationship with the P word, and logically, I knew that it was detrimental to my relationship with my wife.
The P word. The dude is using porn for 17 years and he gets married. Wow.
Relationship with God and my relationship with myself, because I kept telling
Oh, hey, dude.
myself that I would quit.
Hey, that's my friend. Hey, guy. I'm glad that you got out. That maybe isn't him for sure, but he is on a YouTube video. And he does look like he's from the future, teleporting to the past through the miracle of the Ansible, which I can't say that I really invented, but I did make it useful.
Over and over, and then I would prove myself wrong over and over and over. And as this went on, I felt my mental health on a decline, and I wasn't able to quit until I realized that there was
Promises made that need to be kept.
actually a deeper reason
Yeah, you're a dick.
that was seemingly unrelated, that was actually creating this dynamic.
Yeah, it's called you sold out, and then you died, and then you thought you got away, and you didn't. Newsflash, Puniling. God wins.
Where my brain was desiring and craving.
That was
God.
something.
God.
And fight constantly with his torment.
All of you who are unhappy, you have one desire, God. The manifestation of that desire, well, I guess some of you are having a bad time.
They fight constantly with everyone. This person's an alcoholic, they have a drinking problem, and the more that they get drunk, the worse they get. They could get violent, they get aggressive, they get crazy, and if
Awkwardly, the more I drink, the funnier I get, so.
both of these people are doing this, and it is an absolutely crazy volatile energy and situation that's going on here, and they're all jealous of you, collective. They're all jealous.
Yeehaw!
Jesus Christ. Let's see what this person could be possibly going to jail for here.
Let's see what this person could possibly go. Find a reason. Make him go to jail. I don't think that they're talking about me. They've already found several reasons, and I went to jail, and it didn't improve things. I'm pretty sure the local toughs. Hi guys. The locals have figured out that I'm not the problem, and I'm not the solution. But yeah, if they were going to lynch me, David, they would have by now.
How's this person going to jail? Are they getting arrested? What they do? We've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They have expectations of reward without labor. They have a sense of...
That means fraud. Somebody is going to go to jail. I don't know who. Whoever it is, I can help narrow it down for you. It's somebody who doesn't want to go.
Of entitlement. They took shortcuts, they're lazy, and they have a poor work ethic, so they were
Now, that sounds like me, but it's not. I have a very strong work ethic. Here I am working. For you, punilings. I work for you. And you don't even pay me. You pay some other guy who pretends to be me and hoovers up my money and then still has to go get a job stocking shelves. Gee, I wonder why.
trying to get something without working for it. And with this false information, false documents, they could have tried to do something to you, divine feminine, divine masculine, and this empress energy tried to take from you. They're going to jail because of theft here. Something's going to be...
Because of theft. Notice that she doesn't say because of fraud, because, like all women, she's guilty of fraud herself.
Announced. An arrival of good news is coming in here about something here. It's going to be exposed, whatever this is.
Women invented lying. No, I didn't like it when Lucifer did that at all.
They're definitely feeling hopeless. Talking about the Seven of Swords criminal here. They could have invested in a car. They could have gotten some kind of fraudulent car loan, even.
Whoever took my car and put money into it and is driving around in my car with my license plates and my fucking... Whoever the fuck is doing that, surprisingly, there's a chance he might not be the one who goes to jail, but I am going to get my car back. Oh yeah. Thanks for putting money into it. If you could refrain from spooging on the seats. They were leather. What are they now?
My God. This devil energy here. Wow. The presence of temptation, but they're addicted.
Here's a hint. The presence of temptation, but they're a dick. How did God know to tell me to pause it there then? It's just a mystery. Anyway, wherever the fuck my car is. Yeah, that's my car. It's my car. I have the business card for the dude named Steve who took it. You could probably track it down. Yeah. Now, I haven't chartered the local police to look for that car. They know. Fuck, it's their car. You ever seen Corvette Summer? Great movie.
Their sex, their cheating, their violence. Very materialistic. Sun's backfiring with Eight of Wands. Could have some kind of quick communication coming in with King of Pentacles here.
How could a man who was born of a woman and has the soul of a woman who passed at the exact same time? Some of these satanic rituals are disgusting. They time a sacrifice so that they kill somebody at the same time somebody's born on the other side of the planet, and they think they own them because they're horticulturists and they think humans are plants. They're not. It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature, especially when Father God is involved.
Could have done something. They're in the tower now. Oh, Lordy, they're absolute disaster. Spying and stalking. Wanting information here. Could be spying and stalking and watching your house with the Ten of Pentacles.
That's what she's doing. That's what that person who's doing the reading is actually doing. Spying and stalking and watching my house. Shoes.
Trying to create conflict and competition. They're worried now because everything that was hidden that they were doing, all this deception, it's being revealed. Your intuition is very strong. They were torn between choices here and options to make. They're in denial.
Imagine that. A woman in denial? You're kidding me.
Choices here and options to make. They're in denial. Death. Something's over. It was a very painful ending, and the death and the Three of Swords can be a literal death here. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords.
Three of Swords is not sorrow. It's study. Three of Swords is my entire life.
Having a decision to make between this Queen of Swords has already come
I was born in the week of study.
out over here, and the Queen of Pentacles came out over here too. Who they were sleeping with could have been doing both, cheating, and then walked away and moved on to calmer waters.
At this point, I've lost. What the fuck is she talking about? Bunch of crazy totes shit.
Here. Who's going to jail? The psychopath.
She wants to know.
We've got the cops here with the King of Swords, taking someone on a whole new journey.
Yeah. Trust me, ladies. I think they're onto you.
Oh, it's going to be a really painful ending. They regret this decision that they made. We've got justice was popping off. Yeah, they're definitely going to jail here with the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. The truth
Have you heard of weed? It's fucking amazing.
is coming out, and somebody's going into poverty. They're going to have financial hardship. This investigator here, they're going to go through hard times.
Huh.
Whoever they were collaborating with this Polly's energy here.
I'm not an investigator. I'm primary victim. But that's okay. It looks good on me.
This person was very immature, very childish. They could want to apologize, doing magic. Okay, being very...
That doesn't really narrow it down. This person was very immature and childish. Oh, you mean like everybody who's been born? Yeah, they tend to come out of the coochie pretty immature. Yeah.
Manipulative, this King of Cups here, trying to manifest what they were wanting. They abuse their power. They're corrupt. They don't know how to manage their time or their life. Extremely manipulative. Planning for their future, working on their goals, looking toward.
How dare they? Plan for the future? Working on their goals? Left alone to die by a gang of fucking Totzelez witches? Tell me more.
New opportunities that could possibly be online of ways to make money, wanting the expectations of reward.
Make money. Only Congress has the power to make and mint coin.
Without labor, getting fucked up, getting drunk as shit, doing something online.
See, women don't want men to make money without labor because men who make a lot of money without laboring, well, that gives them lots of time to get into trouble, like vaginas and beer. And historically, that has not worked well. On the other hand, life has a funny way of helping people out. I love to make a lot of money without making work. That's because I don't work hard. I work smart.
Well, something's going on in the courts here, and it's got them stressed out, and it could be a problem with their big dick energy here of someone that they were with from their past, from their childhood, that they had love for. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to court in 3 days. And by going, I mean I will appear. And I don't have a big dick. Let me see. It's smaller than David's. And then when I get erect, it's I'm going to say gargantuan. It apparently it looks very imposing. Scusi, mi rigetti.
Collaborating with a mother figure here. Something.
Shoes.
What's going on in someone's worried about something's happening in someone's job. Their job. They're worried because their job was in this Knot of Wands energy with this reckless sexual energy.
Flip-flop.
Here with the lovers. Ace of Pentacles, they could have been making a lot of money doing this. Now they're disappointed because they're having to sacrifice the payments that they were bringing in. This Ace of Pentacles.
I could make so much fucking money doing porn. It's not hard for me to fake it. I can have what she's having because she's not going to have it. I can just tap into that time stream. But I really don't think that's what life is for, nor is it what I feel like doing. And because I don't feel like it, I ain't gonna. Capiche?
Pentacles is going down to a Page of Pentacles. They're getting ready to lose a lot of money. A lot of burdens going on. This King of Wands isn't getting what he thinks he should receive here. Okay, but these love offers that he's trying to get. This sex worker here. Okay, they got this bright idea. Oh yeah, we should put cameras all over the house, and we should make money off of this with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, wow. So they could be going to jail for doing this, and to someone here, they could be going to jail for getting caught up for being sex workers. They could be going to jail for theft, for fraud, for forgery, for fraudulent documents.
None of that is me. In case anybody's wondering, hi, Jack Michelson. I don't do that kind of thing. If I did, number one, I'd have shitloads of money. Number two, I wouldn't get caught. I'd be sacrificing that psychopath. Like you do. However, I don't have the ability to do that. Additionally, I don't think that sacrificing psychopaths is the kind of way that humanity is going to move forward into the future. Call me a kook. I don't care. It even rhymes with my name.
It could have stolen from their job. It could be the Ten of Swords and the Devil. This is going to be a very painful ending. They're exhausted.
Painful for you, punyling.
Yeah. And their new beginning is with this King of Swords going to jail. That's where they're going because it's being exposed with the sun. And you could be exposing it, divine feminine, divine masculine. And you realize that this person was just a waste of your time. You didn't want anybody. You didn't want this person.
No, I'm not realizing any such thing, frankly. Just a waste of my time. Oh, no. They would be an exercise partner as well.
Anybody that they were fucking with in your energy. Once you caught on to what was going on here, you got them out. You saw the red flags almost immediately, and it didn't take long before you found out what was going on. You started being a hermit and investigating. You knew that this person was hooking up and doing something here behind.
Sweetie, no. I'm a rising Virgo. I didn't start being a hermit. I came out that way.
Your back, and it was a very painful betrayal. They hurt you deeply. You didn't see this coming. It was like really rapid and fast, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, well, it looks like this person's going to be going to jail for whatever the fuck they've done here, and they're going to be dealing with some serious karma. Something could be going on with someone's vehicle. Could. Be going to the impound. Someone could get a DUI or DWI while they're out driving around, being sneaky, out fucking around. They're very inconsiderate and greedy.
Oh my God, she's describing every teenage girl that's ever lived.
If managing your vacation rental,
They're very inconsiderate and greedy. They have very toxic addictions. They can be jealous of what you do for.
They could be jealous. Well, they're a bunch of bitchy little girls, so yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. That would track.
Work. They're pathological liars. There's definitely evidence out here, and these secrets are coming out. They're furious that they're being exposed for this sexual energy that they're in. They don't want people seeing how reckless they are.
Now, the good news is, I'm not planning on doing that. I don't know who's keeping an eye on these little rascals, these adorable little scamps. I don't know who's watching them, but I guarantee you, the fucking military is.
Especially their family. They're embarrassed, is what I'm hearing. Well, if you're embarrassed, why are you doing it?
Well, she doesn't know she's a woman. She doesn't know why she does anything. She simply reacts.
It's going to be an unexpected event. You can't trust these people, and you know that. And they can't trust each other. Wrong here.
That's cool. I don't need to trust. I trust God.
You know, they're all in their mind about what's being communicated with Mercury here. Oh, they can't stand it. Third house with messages. They're all in their mind about some kind of messages.
No. Friends, this is Michael Kuzi. Mikey Kuzi. Hi, that's me. Be good to each other. Oh, I just got a new voicemail. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I got a voicemail from, well, I'm going to say it's somebody important. It's somebody really important. And I'm going to call them when I'm done with my work.
We have Virgo. I analyze. So someone's analyzing their messages. They're all in their mind. They're worried about abundance. They're worried about their money.
No, I'm not worried at all. I'm concerned.
Being communicated here. Communicating. I know the truth. Someone could be provoking someone. We have Aquarius and Saturn, air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Jupiter. And you're just focusing on your destiny here in this yod energy.
No puny. I'm focusing on all of our destinies.
We have Capricorn, I use on the bottom.
Hey, Cap. I love you, Cap.
Someone could have provoked you, but you knew the truth. You were communicating that you know the truth. They could have stolen money from you to go towards this karma. Could have stolen from your household in order to buy.
They could have. They could have. They still could. Did they? Well, given that this woman is really pretty. This woman is actually seriously pretty. I don't stare at her. I don't look at her with lust in my heart. That's a personal choice. That could happen in a second. I could spank into this woman all fucking day. I'm not going to, because that's not the kind of boy I am.
A house with this other person is what I'm hearing. And then left you very burdened in the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. Talking all kinds of shit to you because this karmic was in their ear, had them all fucked up in their head over.
Yeah, that's because of MK Ultra. That doesn't mean Michael Cozy Ultra. That doesn't mean that I gave him a half rack of Michelob Ultra and got him drunk and took advantage of him. No, it means that because I am the failsafe. You all fail. It's safe.
What they needed to do, making the heartbreak towards you even worse.
Yeah. My heartbreak is pretty bad. On the bright side, that's exactly the source of energy that's going to power this entire thing to the next level.
God. All right, guys, so this is going to be our reading. You guys just take this how it resonates. Don't force anything to fit. Please only take what parts resonate with you, and if they don't, then that's okay. It just means it's for...
Don't force anything to fit. Coming from you, lady, that's an ironic crock of bull.
Someone else, okay? I love you guys so much. I want to say special thanks for hitting 20K subscribers this morning. Oh my goodness, that was such a huge milestone and achievement. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Thank you. And I know a bunch of you are not subscribed, so I appreciate all of my viewers. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. It really helps out.
She knows a bunch of them are not subscribed. Okay. Cool.
The channel helps us grow. Navy and I really appreciate you guys.
You know what else helps you grow? Semen, but also God. Mostly God.
She's over here. We love. Oh, she's knocked her blanket off. I can't roll back because I'm rolling on it. We love you and appreciate you guys so much. We love you, collective. Thank you, guys.
hi.
I'm watching her. She's coddling this dog.
Thank you, Collective. We love you.
She's picked up the dog, and now she's cradling the pup. Is it a puppy? No, it's just a dog. She's cradling the dog in her bosom, which is ample. I like this woman. She's pretty. To me, she's gorgeous. I imagine to a lot of other people she is too, but unlike probably anybody else, I see what she's doing. I know what she's doing. And I know that she's wildly overcompensating for something. That doesn't make me think less of her. It tells me that this is all very important.
All right. We love you so much. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support and your donations. We'll see you soon. Say bye, Collective. Say bye, guys.
The dog is looking at me like it's a hostage. Because it is. I'm a star. Click. This is exciting, isn't it? Wow, that last one was 12 minutes long. That'll be earlier on in the broadcast. I'm going to take all this shit, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Nothing can stop what's coming. All of this is going to get played on YouTube, and then you can, manipulate through my channel, and then you can get caught that way. You get caught this way. You get caught that way. Eventually, all the avenues for expression are lost. This is the plot to the movie Lawnmower Man, which I used to think was kind of dumb. Why the fuck did they make that movie? Well, here's why. It's because they knew, the people who take Stephen King's work. Hi, Steve! I'm not going to call you... Yeah, I actually like you. They take Stephen King's work and they repurpose it and they make it into something better because he gets high and taps into other realities and then writes about it. Have you read The Dark Tower? No, you haven't, but you've probably lived it. And he creates content, and then Spurglords take his content and then they use that to look into the future and plot out the invasion timetable where everything's the same except Alpha Draconis descend from the skies and harvest humanity. That's what they've been doing for 300 million years. Listen to that again. 300 million years Earth has been a goddamn farm. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not just really stubborn and getting away with this because I'm lucky. No. I'm not lucky. I'm effective.
Call me a bitch. I'm a terrorist. Beloved one. Beloved.
You don't live too far from the emergency room or urgent care, do you? I got some problems with my feet. I'm going to need medical attention like I've been saying for the last 2 fucking years. And since you've ignored that and just did nothing but harass me and invade my home and steal my belongings, kind of odd how you never got around to doing anything helpful. And now you're crying and whining about something that ostensibly sounds like you're trying to, help me, but you're just another fucking criminal. You've stolen all my shit. You've tried to kill me. Blah blah blah. Now you're whining and crying that I'm doing things that you can't do, and you have to pretend that you're the man. You're not the man. You're a fucking conspirator. You're in this shit up to your eyeballs. What do you fucking care if I get high? Oh, you can't, so you're upset. Well, think about all the times that you got high and didn't invite me. Now that's justice. That's power. Enjoy, baby. I'm not as mad as I sound, but it has taken a while before the story has progressed to the point where I can say more of what I actually mean. Hey, Andy. Hey, Carl. Hey, Carl. Hey, the other Carl. Hey, Jim. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Hey, Jason. My cunt. Hey, hi, guys. Hi. You guys are on Team Zeta. That's cool. I love all of you. You're doing a really good job being assholes, and it's just a role. We're still friends. And if you get in my fucking way, I will you where you stand.
Hear me?
No shame in it. You want to play by Masonic rules? We're playing. Game on. Let's go. Now, incidentally, speaking of the military, hi guys. So there's this company called Raytheon, and they recently changed their name to RTX. Now, I thought that was kind of weird that they were going to rebrand right at the same time that I figured out what they were doing, and I started talking about it. Like within a week, boom! There's a bunch of stories in the paper showing up on my Google feed. Why the fuck am I getting stories about Raytheon on my Google feed? Well, because I'm saying the word Raytheon out loud while drinking and cursing heavily, and Google hears that, and then it obligingly adds stories about Raytheon to my feed. This happened months ago. While you've been busy trying to make me feel bad about being fat, I've been reverse engineering the security system of my country. So thanks. Didn't really have a reason to before, but since you mentioned it. Now RTX, I don't know what it stands for, but what it's for is for certain alchemical procedures that are done when people are doing things called spell work. Now, there's this system of language called English. It's not really English. I mean, English is what we use, but the language underneath it. There's other languages that are not like English. There's Aramaic languages. There's Aramaic languages. There's Romantic languages. There's a bunch of different languages. But in reality, there is only one language, and all languages come from it. And while you've been busy trying to make me feel bad about not getting to fuck that girl from high school who gets plowed on the daily by fucking herpes-ridden fucking faggot pimps, kudos. While I'm not getting to tap her, which is too bad because I can cure her blue waffle with my fucking pre-cum. Seriously. While I'm not doing that, I am learning the one language. When I spam, when I send walls of text, when I do word salad, what that actually is me learning how to speak more effectively to God. And I do this while high on drugs. Now, I don't give a shit what the fuck any of you fucking think. The goddamn law says that that's fucking legal. It doesn't say it's not legal if I curse. It doesn't say it's not legal if I get laid in the middle. It doesn't say that if I take fucking 5 years off to get fucking drunk as fucking bang whores in fucking Amsterdam while getting fucking juiced up on heroin every fucking day. It doesn't say shit about that making anything illegal. My internal logic is sound. My narrative is internally I've been drinking today, so I can't really say it. My narrative is internally consistent. I'm more than happy to talk to any sort of medical psychologist you got on a fucking call. Anybody want to fucking take turns taking shots with the chitin? No problem. No problem. I'm happy to tell anybody anything they want in front of your parents' house, in front of a yacht, on the witness stand, wherever. No problem. So what you got here is a little game of show me, don't tell me. And the only thing you want to see is the back of my ass as it leaves the house. That's fine. You all need to fucking clean up this fucking house and give me a shitload of money. For starters. You also need to bend the knee to Jesus Christ and surrender to God. I'm just gonna assume that that's just gonna happen. I'm not gonna fucking check it. I'm not gonna ask you to sign your slips. I'm not gonna worry about if you're lying to me about whether you're taking Jesus Christ into your heart or not. I don't need to worry about that. You want to lie to me? Be my guest, Spurglings, no problem. You're going to fucking bend the knee to God one way or another, because without God, you have nothing. Nothing. All you fucking penny-ass fucking atheists and your fucking agnostics and your fucking Satanists. No. That shit was maybe plausible in the 90s, maybe. But as I've gotten older, I've realized, oh wow, all the atheists were actually stupid fucking dickhead quack Jews. Imagine that. I wonder how they got all that screen time. No, the reality is that there is a God. There's a God. There's a God who created creation. There's a God who used creation to create the world around us. And there's a God that created all of them. And they're all the same God. And because I'm a strict monotheist, and you're a bunch of goddamn Spurglord junkies, I'm going to win. And you're going to win, and I'm going to win by watching you clean my fucking house, and you're going to win by being able to do so without being humiliated, without having to wear a special costume, without having to eat my shit, without having to pay too much money. I'm not asking for all your money. Oh, no. I don't want to bankrupt you. No. I need you all to be effective. After you give me money, then you're going to be my friends. And we're going to track down the people who didn't give me money, and we're going to fuck because the people who don't give me money are likely to be wanted felons, criminal fugitives, probably Native Americans who are going to be hiding on reservations because that's the only place they can go, since the global panopticon will pick them up pretty fucking quick when they're wanted by Mossad, when they're wanted by Interpol, when the FBI wants them. That the FBI's 10 most wanted list, that's bullshit. No. They got computers. They have cameras. They have facial recognition. If they're looking for somebody, they know exactly where the fuck they are. It's usually a matter of finding them when they're not juiced up on superhuman fucking kill you and break your fucking body in two dope. Like they get shit that'll turn fucking Bruce Banner into fucking She-Hulk. Literally. With the tits and everything. Green skin, everything. So there's some bad dudes in the world, and a lot of them hang out on reservations where it's completely illegal to kill them. In fact, that's what they like about the reservations. They can lay in wait for cops to come try to arrest them, and then they can kill the cops. That's historically why the feds don't do so well when they go after people who are hiding on reservations, who are ready to kill them, because they don't want to go to prison. They don't. That's kind of what that's kind of their whole way of being. And the vast majority of them do go to prison. And over time, what this has led to is a naturally selected evolution of criminal Spurglord mastermind, Uber Thug, with special superhuman powers, who hide out on the reservations because they know they're safe there compared to where they are elsewhere. Elsewhere, they're wanted for like 10,000 rapes and shit. Like every fucking one of them is for fucking Freddy Krueger. Seriously. And then when these rape lords die and they're reborn, they don't get reborn into an infant. Fuck no, these fucking people have been born and dead so many fucking times they know the astral plane like the back of their hand. They've got places to go already. So taking them out involves tracking down their network of friends and associates that keep their hostages hopefully under control and in places where they can be found easily, because at any given time these fucking wanted criminal felons can just get lit up by a fucking laser pointer from orbit, and then the hunt is on. And that usually doesn't happen because mostly the feds are bereft of anybody willing to lead a real posse. No, a real posse. A real posse. They don't have those much anymore. That's about to fucking change. I fucking guarantee you. I mentioned this because, sweetie, it's been 20 years since I've seen you or put my dick anywhere near you, and at the rate you're going, it's going to be well, the next 200 years aren't looking so good either. Now, certainly you have a right to exist. I'll never say that you don't. Obviously, you know lots of rights. Nevertheless, it's getting to be a little much. I'm concerned about the effect that you're having on children that are going to hear about this and read about it in the future, where you and I will both be obviously subjects that can be minored on in university. Okay, so please, if you can, just take a pause for a moment. Realize that you're addicted to minerals and ore-bearing rock, of which I'm standing on top of a pile of. And the longer this nonsense carries on, the longer it's going to take to turn the water back on, the longer it's going to take to restart the mining, the better chance there is of somebody coming by with PETA or Greenpeace or some shit where they come and say, oh no, you can't get the blah, 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 blah. The needs of the swamp toad require you never to get the ore-bearing stock out of the ground. I mean, do you know you're a rockhound junkie? I know you are. There's no shame in it. If you're going to be addicted to anything, shit, why not rocks and crystals? But you're not operating in the dark here. I know what you're doing. Kudos. I don't know that it's going to succeed unless you're being a foil and taking the piss for me to have good reasons to say all this stuff. Honestly, you might want to come to terms with your own mortality, as well as your fiendish desire to swindle me out of my fucking Lucky Charms. By the way, there's a leprechaun here. I saw him the other day. He gave me a great deal of wisdom, and he was very polite, and I would call him a friend. I don't think all leprechauns are. However, I'm pretty sure every single fucking leprechaun in the world wants your ass hanging from their fucking cave door, given that you're a Jewish rockhound junkie who has been mean to Michael Kuzi for 20 fucking years, lady. Kudos. But still, it's ridiculous. Honestly. You could do better things with your voice than that. Although admittedly that is as close as your vibrations are going to get to my dick. So once more, kudos. To debrief, fear me. I'm going to say this here. I don't know if all of you are old enough to realize this. These days, where I reside, whatever plane of reality this is, I'm going to assume it's the same one that you guys have your server racks built on. There's a number of malevolent, artificially intelligent, Archon-like beings that are deliberately fucking with the internet to cause as much dissent and chaos as they possibly can. It's their job. It's part of God's holy plan for the Armageddon. Like this whole Armageddon thing, like it's real. Like it actually occurs. I don't know to what extent any of you have seen it. Everybody gets to see it. It's like when the servers get treated to all sorts of events where demons are spawned in Stormwind right before they kill the servers at the end of the beta. Real life is a lot like multiplayer online role-playing games because people who live in real life wrote them, and then they don't have an original idea in their head. They're just nerds. And so it's not weird that actual life acts like World of Warcraft. Actual life is World of War with crafts, the occasional Eye of Newt, lightning bolt, bat fur, all that shit. That's really real. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Fuck you, Peter Lee. But there's a great deal of shit that a person learns when they're left alone on a haunted graveyard under military supervision with, etc., consecrated burial in your burial ground. I got graves in my backyard that have fallen in because people have been buried there, and either the bodies have been picked up and then they left behind to form ruts, or because they did it wrong, or maybe they're shallow graves. I don't know. My backyard filled with bodies. This place is old. I'm sure local hooligans have been putting their murder victims here for a long time, and that's partially why they're kind of irate that I'm sitting here not dying and not cooperating and apparently unable to be trusted by the local criminal element. I don't blame them. They don't really know me. And then criminals aren't usually used to reporting their doings to anybody, be they man of God or not. It's a very ironic situation, but what was I replying to? Oh yeah, I wanted to mention, I don't tell people ahead of time what I'm going to do. I typically just do whatever, and then when God says, or God tells, or God calls, or whatever, then I don't think, I just act. That way I get around the artificially intelligent archons that can read your mind through the cell phone camera. And if you don't believe that they can, I'm completely unsurprised. Yeah, you guys, I bet you don't even read popular science or popular mechanics. Psst. What do you listen to? Popular Wankfest? Popular what? Popular drug bigot? I don't know. Whatever you're reading, I guarantee you're not reading the same things I have.
Tough shit, convict. Tell me what I need to know. Give me back various items of power and tell me what happened. Preferably offline. It's not mandatory. It's not really just a suggestion. It's what I think is best. You might want to listen one of these days. I don't know how well your plan is going. If you're annoyed by all this, well, I'm not surprised. And none of this was my idea. I imagine you possibly have forgotten that I'm not who you were pretending me to be, and whoever you are, I guess you probably need to not let people know that you stole my passport. My identity stolen, my phone numbers ransacked, stole my friend's connection, gave them all her or not. I'm not actually sure that happened. I'm not sure about a lot of stuff. And rather than fill me in, you've decided to just run around being an ass clown. Okay, fine. More power to you. What could go wrong? Why contain it? Now, whoever you are, I don't need to identify who you are specifically to know you sure shouldn't have told me anything useful. So whining and crying about how I'm ignorant about things that doesn't have much traction. You're welcome to address my ignorance level at any time, pointing and laughing at it, and acting like I should brush my teeth because you think so. Fuck it if I give a fuck about anyone's opinion, let alone yours. I require information. I don't require getting brainwashed by somebody's shadow dick. That's why I'm not more to your liking. Additionally, I had no idea that your liking was important. I mean, I'm sure it is to you. Sometimes it doesn't get thought of. Since I don't know who you are, it's difficult for me to gauge the importance of that. Maybe if you weren't high on coca all the time, you'd know that.
I can't say there's no shame in it, but it is how you were groomed. So you might as well inflict it upon me. That's a good way of demonstrating to people what we're talking about. And just so you know, you're not going to get a rise out of me. I don't have to display my hurt. I don't have to. I know that's what you want because you're being driven by whoever your fucking handler is. Some stupid cowardly fuckhead. They want you to get me to flip out, and it doesn't work. This is me. I'm already flipped. This is about as lunatic as I get. Sorry if it's not enough to put me in the hoosegow. I don't know why the fuck I should be. Why the fuck should I be put into custody? Oh, so people can do whatever the fuck they want in the real world while I sit there inside a box. Well, I have to point out that's already been tried. It didn't work out so well. And do you think you could try a different tact? Honestly, try another page from the big book of diplomacy. Thank you. It's probably for the best.